Welcome back to our Gillette Drafted 2 preview show. I'm Sid Sixero. So far, you've met Sean, Brent, Austin, Lonnie, and Phil, who are all hoping to become Canada's next sportscaster. Time to say hello to our remaining finalists, beginning with a cool customer who firmly believes he's got what it takes.
I'm confident, I'm intelligent, and the swag is at 100,000 trillion, and you're about to see that. Let's go. My name's Kareem Duhaney. I'm from the T-Dot, and I want to be your next sportscaster. Overall, I'm pretty confident, man. Like, not in a cocky way, of course, but I am pretty confident. If I wasn't confident, I wouldn't know to win an audition in the first place. I think the country is going to see me as a guy that's just going to get up on camera. He's going to be very witty, be very creative. You know, of course, I'm going to try to make people laugh and stuff like that here and there, but I'm definitely trying to throw a different twist, like, into this competition.
Confidence does not seem to be an issue, Greg, with Kareem. Your initial thoughts on him?
The guy's swagger is at 1,000%. How can you not like this guy? I think he's going to come in here and he has the confidence, but I also think he's very relaxed every time I've seen him in front of the camera, from his audition to what we just saw there. I like Kareem, and I also think Kareem is going to bring a different dimension to the show, in that he strikes me as the kind of guy who might stir things up with the other finalists.
So a good early first impression from you.
For sure.
About Kareem. All right. This next competitor is our youngest finalist, but what he lacks in experience, he's hoping to make up for with youthful exuberance.
I am Canada's next top broadcaster. I've got the personality, and thanks to Gillette, I look and smell good.
I'm Andrew Gould from Toronto, Ontario, and I want to be Canada's next broadcaster. Being on TV is definitely something I've always wanted to do. I mean, it would just be awesome to be able to see myself on TV and have all my friends be like, hey, I saw you on TV today. In terms of being... All right, I'm a professional, I can do this. In terms of being on the show, I basically just watched last year's show and said to myself, well, I can do that. Stop laughing.
Nothing wrong with the giggles. We get them here sometimes, but Cab, do you think he can smooth it out when it's game time?
I hope so. That would be my one concern. I mean, he's very young, and I know it's like under these lights, everything, you know, we're intimidating, and the competition's intimidating. But I like his youthfulness. I think that's cool. It might be refreshing, and yeah, the nerves. I would think that might. Hopefully, he can settle them.
He is the youngest finalist left, so we'll see if he can even things out. Our next finalist is an aspiring broadcaster fresh out of school who believes her time is now.
LeBron gets the rebound, and he's at the line. He finished with 19 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. I'm Casey Hollins from Calgary, Alberta, and I want to work for the Score. To be honest, I didn't really believe it at first. I thought the Score was calling, well, I thought it wasn't the Score calling me. I thought it was somebody else playing a prank on me or something. This is definitely a dream job for me. I mean, I have said time and time again, I can't picture myself doing anything else other than being in sports broadcasting. To win Gillette Drafted 2, for me, would be the absolute dream. I'd have my dream job at 22, which would be amazing.
There is Casey Hollins, one of two ladies to make our final 10. Renee, does a woman approach things in this competition same as the guys, or do you have to come at it from a bit of a different angle?
No way. You're playing with the boys. You've got to come in, have the same angle, and everyone's equal at this point. So I think for her to come in, just be herself, which it already looks like she's able to do that on camera, which is a difficult thing to do on its own. She's got a good look. She's young. She's got a broadcasting degree. Seems like kind of a shoo-in already.
But do you think Casey, in her own mind, thinks she's under a bit more pressure, that she has more to prove?
Of course. I think anytime you do come into a competition and there's two females, all the rest are guys, you think that the odds are against you, but to go in and be able to play with the boys is a key factor for her, I think. Should be interesting to see how she does.
This next competitor says he was born to be a sportscaster. We're about to find out. Say hello to Rick.
drove down yesterday. I'm a strong, passionate sports fan. The one thing I think a lot of people need to know about me is that I'm really an almanac when it comes to sports. My name is Rick Torelli. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and I want to be Canada's next sportscaster. I was asked, what do you want to do for a living? And it was always a sports broadcaster. I mean, I would listen to whether it was Don Criqui on NBC when I was 5 years old, or whether it was John Madden throughout my entire childhood in the 90s. I love all sport. And, you know, I can only say that that's transcendent through my voice and through my passion for sports.
Rick is going to be an interesting one to watch. Greg, whenever you say you're a sports encyclopedia, for example, I thought I knew sports till I started working here with some of the guys in this industry. Is he a little green on what sports encyclopedia means? That's quite a high bar to set for yourself.
Yeah, I think that anybody who stepped foot in this building knows that that's a dangerous thing to say because so many people are sports encyclopedias here. But this is what I love about Rick. He is, based on everything I've seen and heard so far, he's a huge fan of the score. I think he really knows the channel inside and out. And the other thing I love about this guy, he drove from Montreal to Toronto for the audition. How can you, I mean, that to me, that passion gives an upper hand already.
I like that. And with gas being what it is today, quite the feat. Quite the feat. All right, our last finalist isn't short on either broadcasting experience or confidence, and she intends to make a big impression on a national stage.
Why you should choose me? Well, first of all, we need more females in sports, and I'm also a 12 handicap on the golf course, so let's see how many girls can beat that out. I'm Meg Morrison from Stony Plain, Alberta, and I want to be Canada's next sportscaster. Being one of the only females in the competition drives you that much more. I've always grown up with guys saying, you can't do that, or you're a girl, you can't play hockey. Well, I've played guys hockey for 14 years. You know what, I will bring it, and because you're a guy, I'll take you down that much faster.
Those in the Edmonton market are not unfamiliar with Meg. She co-hosts a show on the team in Edmonton. Paul, she's got experience. She's obviously confident. One to watch.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, Sid, in Calgary, I remember being at the auditions at the Market Mall, and when Meg walked in, watched her audition, got to talk to her after she auditioned, I went to the producers and I was like, this girl is probably going to be in the top 10. Not that I picked, you know, but here she is. There's a reason for that. Confidence,
or not
passion.
that she had that much power at all. But it's just your opinion.
Yeah. Well,
that you thought she was going to be in the top 10.
I thought so, yeah. My initial prediction from going across the country, because I saw everybody across Canada who auditioned, and there's a few that stood out. Meg was one of those.
Yeah, we get it. You're right.
If Kareem's swagger is at 1,000%, I think Meg's is quietly at 2,000%. I love Meg, and you know, let's be honest, she looks fantastic on camera. Our viewers, I think, would love her. I think Meg is definitely one to watch in this competition.
Has experience, without question. I agree with that. That about wraps things up, kids. On behalf of everyone here, I'd like to thank you for watching the preview show for Gillette Drafted 2, the search for Canada's next sportscaster. Only 10 aspiring broadcasters remain in this competition. Join us as we put them through their paces and subject them to the craziest job interview of their lives.
My main goal is to obviously try to win the whole thing, and I'm going to obviously do my thing and do the best that I can do.
Being one of the only females in the competition drives you that much more. And especially if a guy's really trying to bring you down and yet, no, you're just a girl, what do you know? Bring it.
My passion is to entertain, to have fun, to meet people, to talk with people, to interview people. And that all fits in with what the score is, what the next sportscaster is. So I want to be the next sportscaster.
It's the biggest goal I've had in life, and to be this close to it, I'm feeling a little choked up now just even thinking about it.
That moment, if they were to call my name and I was drafted #1 to be Canada's next sportscaster, it would just be, I'd hope I could keep my composure, but I honestly don't know what would fall. It would be an ultimate dream.
Having a chance to realize your dream. You know, nothing's given to you. You don't know exactly how it's going to play out, but just knowing that you have a chance.
When people see me talking about sports, they see the fire in my eyes. I just love talking about the game.
Not letting my nerves get the best of me and letting my personality come through. Because I think if I can do that, then I do have a good shot at winning. It's our time to shine.
Yeah, I'm the youngest person in the competition. It's kind of intimidating. There's like people on the show that have all sorts of experience.
I woke up one day, I'm like, you know what, this is right. This is what I'm supposed to do my whole life. It's gonna be a hustle, bustle, blood, sweat, and pain, and that's what I'm used to living in Toronto. I'm ready to bring that to the score.
Thousands auditioned from across the country, and now 10 lucky finalists have arrived in Toronto.
I finally made it.
Wide-eyed and determined to become Canada's next sportscaster.
That's the spot right there. That's what I'm going after, the score.
With little time to settle in, the final 10 are immediately put to the test.
The reality of the situation you're in is about to hit you right now.
In 5 to magic time. Where's he going? It's not in his mark.
You blew it.
We're going to have a good, old-fashioned trivia contest.
With a chance to wow the judges early with a high sports IQ.
You have all averted complete disaster.
That feels pretty good right now.
You guys gotta get better quick, though. You don't have much time.
And an on-camera presence. Find out who stepped up.
Tag team steel cage match.
Hey, poker fans, don't worry. We also have something for you.
And who fell flat. And when the boss calls a one-on-one meeting before the competition even starts, tensions begin to rise.
There was no way that I would take this opportunity and just toss it away like this.
Get your popcorn ready.
The kid needed a GPS.
You can't give a dude a second chance.
You won't be drafted.
This is Gillette Drafted 2.
3, 2, 1, cue.
At first, everything room lift. The secret has been kept under wraps for years, but for the shipyard workers, it's now clear a very special place is being built. The Central Park takes shape.
You have the